The Minutemen might have been inspired by the actions and initiative of Hooded Justice, but the man who reached out to each member individually to form and found the Minutemen group was Nelson Gardner, aka Captain Metropolis. Okay, so he was the leader of the group. He organized every publicity stunt, every encounter with the villains, everything that had to do with the Minutemen, he was at the head of. But as it was commonplace within this group, there was a darker story behind the mask. Before we move on, remember to like and subscribe to my channel for more WATCHMEN content. I'll be uploading weekly. This is Minutemen Minute by Minute, Captain Metropolis. Nelson Gardner was born on August 11, 1912, and ever since he was a kid, he was very sickly and would get asthma attacks at gym class, and because of this, the kids at school, his schoolmates, would constantly tease him. He, however, was top of his class. Eventually, he wanted to participate in a race in which he inevitably got an asthma attack, and luckily his doctor was nearby to tend to him. This sickness was the bane of Nelson's existence for a long time. This made him feel like he wasn't enough and made him want to prove himself at every chance he got. This went on until his college years, in which he managed to enroll in Chesterfield College and join their football team, the Chesterfield Gophers. Long story short, he sucked. He fumbled a winning touchdown and basically got pushed aside for the rest of the season. After college, he made it his life goal to enter the Marine Corps of the United States. And in 1934, he managed to do so. But his time in the military was short-lived though. He got honorably discharged in 1938, and that same year something extraordinary happened. While he was working as a security consultant for the NYPD, reports of a mass vigilante kept popping up in the newspaper. Hooded Justice, they called him. Shortly after, Night Owl, Mothman, and Silk Spectre would make their debut. With a lot of free time and military expertise on his hands, Nelson Gardner wanted to prove that he could do that too. On April 24th, 1939, Nelson Gardner decided to go out into the night and dress up, using some of his military clothes as a superhero costume. His military pants and boots, a big military badge with an M on the middle for his symbol, and a half mask exposing his mouth and his hair. That night, he managed to stop a gas station holdup and waited around till the cops arrived just to tell them that he was going to eradicate crime, which is already a stupid idea. One man can't stop crime, but a group. Nelson Gardner wrote a letter to Silk Spectre proposing to found a group and called them the New Minutemen of America, which is a callback to the Minutemen military group in the Revolutionary War and the Justice Society of America. This name would later be shortened to just Minutemen because it's just easier to say. By the end of that year, 1939, the Minutemen were a concrete group and the public went crazy for them. You got Hooded Justice, Dollar Bill, Silk Spectre, Mothman, Night Owl, the Silhouette, and Captain Metropolis. They all became instant icons, even though their motivations behind the scenes were less than heroic. Now, this is a key point in Captain Metropolis' life because he developed a homosexual relationship with Hooded Justice, which they kept secret until Larry Schexnayder, the group's manager, found out about this and thought that Silk Spectre should be seen around Hooded Justice just to make the press think that they were the icon, they were the couple, and not Captain Metropolis and Hooded Justice. In 1942, Captain Metropolis got reactivated by the military to fight in World War II, and in 1945, he came back and they resumed their Minutemen activities as usual. Tragedy would ensue soon though. In 1946, Dollar Bill got shot in the head while stopping a bank robbery. The Silhouette would be outed as a lesbian and kicked out of the group to preserve public perception, and shortly after would be murdered also. The following year, 1947, would see the retirement of Silk Spectre, and by 1949, after all the scandals, all the tragedies, all the group members leaving, the Minutemen essentially disbanded. There were no more supervillains, and they fell out of grace with the public, so they just quietly went away. When Nelson got called forward in 1955 to reveal his identity, the government didn't went after him or investigated as much because of his military background, so they just essentially left him alone. He made a couple public appearances in costume during the 50s, and in 1966, he tried to get the new wave of mass adventurers and superheroes into a new group called the Crime Busters. This time composed of Night Owl 2, Silk Spectre 2, Rorschach, Dr. Manhattan, Ozymandias, the Comedian, and himself, Captain Metropolis. This was just a very sad and pathetic attempt to just continue his fantasy of fighting crime as a mass adventurer, which really didn't make a lot of difference. After that, Nelson just stepped out of the spotlight, and in 1974, he died in a car crash by getting decapitated. A life of crime fighting just ended in the most mundane, common way possible. Anyways, guys, that is my video for today. I hope you liked it. Remember to like and subscribe for more Watchmen content. So make sure you hit that little notification bell so you know when I upload. And yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.